Robert Stack, a film and television actor, rose to fame for his portrayal of Eliot Ness in the hit television series, The Untouchables. He also hosted the reality TV show, Unsolved Mysteries. He was born in Los Angeles, California on January 15, 1919. Robert's mother, Elizabeth Modini Wood Stack, wanted to name him after her father, Charles Langford Modini Stack. However, his father, James Langford Stack, had other ideas and soon changed the name to Robert. The Stack family was highly influential in Los Angeles society. In 1928, James was referred to as a millionaire sportsman and advertising executive in the Los Angeles Times. Elizabeth was also a regular presence at society functions, as noted by local newspapers. Robert had strong ties to the arts through his family. His great-great-grandfather owned and operated the Orpheum, one of the first theaters in Los Angeles. Many of his relatives were opera singers, including his uncle by marriage, Richard Bonelli, a baritone at the Metropolitan Opera, and his maternal great-grandparents, Charles Modini Wood and Mamie Barker Perry. When Robert was a year old, his parents divorced. He moved to Europe with his mother, initially speaking only French and Italian. He learned English when he and his mother returned to Los Angeles in 1925. 3 years later, Robert's parents remarried. Despite the family drama, Robert went on to make a name for himself in Hollywood and became an icon in the entertainment industry. Robert Stack was an excellent marksman in his youth, with a passion for trap shooting and skeet shooting. He displayed his skills at the Pacific International Trapshooting Association tournament in 1934. Where he placed second after breaking 83 out of 100 targets. The following year, he won the skeet shooting national championship, finishing second. In 1936, he became a national champion in the 20-gauge competition with 98 out of 100 hits. He even broke the record for consecutive hits in skeet shooting in 1937 with over 350 consecutive hits, earning him the title of a first-team All-American by the National Skeet Shooting Association. While studying at the University of Southern California in the late 1930s, Robert excelled in the sport of polo and was a star on the school's team. However, his friendships with Hollywood luminaries like Clark Gable, Carole Lombard, Spencer Tracy, Gary Cooper, Fred McMurray, Darryl Zanuck, and Walter Wanger sparked his interest in the dramatic arts. He left college to pursue acting and honed his skills at a school operated by the actor and producer Henry Duffy. Robert quickly made a name for himself in local theatrical productions. Robert's marksmanship skills and connections in Hollywood served as a springboard for his successful acting career. He went on to become a beloved icon in the entertainment industry, leaving behind a legacy that continues to inspire aspiring actors and marksmen alike. In 1938, Robert Stack was a part of the El Capitan Players and played roles in Pride and Prejudice and First Lady at the Las Palmas Theater. For his performance in First Lady, Catherine T. Von Blon wrote in the Los Angeles Times, "Robert Stack showed a delightful sense of characterization and an impeccable French accent as the Marquis de Ganay." The following year, in the comedy June Mad, Von Blon praised Stack, saying young Robert Stack took first honors with his charming portrayal of a young collegiate Lothario. This young actor is handsome and confident. Stack's attractive appearance, smooth-speaking voice, and connections in the movie industry earned him a contract with Universal Pictures in 1939. He was signed after producer Joe Pasternak tested him in a love scene with actress Helen Parrish. Stack's most notable screen debut came in First Love, 1939, where he shared a highly publicized first kiss on film with singing star Deanna Durbin. At the end of the year, newspaper and radio columnist Jimmy Fiedler named Stack and Maureen O'Hara as the outstanding dramatic discoveries of 1939. After his successful debut in First Love, Robert Stack went on to star in supporting roles in 2 classic films. In The Mortal Storm, directed by Frank Borzage, Stack portrayed a passionate young member of the Nazi Party. The following year, he took on the role of a Polish aviator in Ernst Lubitsch's To Be or Not to Be. In this film, Stack's character fell in love with a popular stage actress, played by his close friend Carole Lombard, as the Nazi regime swept through Europe. However, Stack's acting career was put on hold during World War II, as he joined the U.S. Navy and served as an aerial gunnery instructor. He was absent from the screen for 6 years, from 1942 to 1948. Before joining the military, Stack wasn't a big movie star and had a tough time reviving his career after he returned to Hollywood. Initially, his post-war film credits were not remarkable and included A Date with Judy, Miss Tatlock's Millions, and My Outlaw Brother in 1951. However, with his good looks and charm, he soon improved his career. In 1951, Stack appeared in Bullfighter and a Lady directed by Bud Boetticher, playing the role of an American bullfighter in Mexico. He then starred in Bwana Devil, a 3D adventure film released in 1952. Throughout the 1950s, Stack was frequently mentioned in gossip columns, being seen out and about with attractive women in Hollywood. In 1954, he started dating Rosemary Bowie and the couple got married on January 23, 1956. The couple had a daughter in 1957 and a son the following year. In the mid-1950s, Robert Stack gave some of his most memorable performances on the big screen. He starred in William A. Wellman's The High and the Mighty, playing the role of a determined airline pilot. In Douglas Sirk's Written on the Wind, Stack portrayed a self-destructive alcoholic millionaire, earning an Academy Award nomination for Best Supporting Actor. He also starred in Sirk's The Tarnished Angels, playing a daring barnstorming flyer. However, Stack's major dramatic film roles were soon to become a thing of the past. In 1959, he embarked on a new chapter in his career as the stoic crime fighter Eliot Ness on the popular television series The Untouchables. Set in Prohibition-era Chicago, the show documented the efforts of the real-life U.S. Treasury Department agent as he worked to bring down the city's criminal empires. Stack's portrayal of Ness as a determined law enforcer with a steely glare won him an Emmy Award after the first season. Unfortunately, Stack's depiction of Ness would typecast him and define his television persona for years to come. Despite this, he remains one of the most memorable actors of his time, thanks to his iconic role on The Untouchables. After his time on The Untouchables, Stack continued his television career. He starred in The Name of the Game as a FBI agent who becomes a magazine editor and works to expose corruption. He then played a captain on the Los Angeles Police Department in Most Wanted. Stack also appeared in several made-for-TV movies such as The Strange and Deadly Occurrence and Adventures of the Queen. In the late 1970s, Stack returned to the big screen. He acted in films shot in Italy and France, as well as in some American productions. He particularly shone in his comedic roles in 1941 and Airplane, where he humorously mocked the stiff and serious characters he often portrayed in his previous works. In 1941, directed by Steven Spielberg, Stack played a general who becomes emotional while watching Dumbo. In Airplane, a hilarious satire of disaster airplane films, Stack joined other classic actors in parodying their previous on-screen personas. His character, veteran pilot Rex Kramer, was a nod to his role in The High and the Mighty. In his final years, Stack's career was largely centered on television. He took on one more dramatic role, playing a captain in the Los Angeles Police Department in the series Strike Force from 1981 to 1982. With his calm, matter-of-fact public image, Stack was the perfect host for Unsolved Mysteries, the popular reality-based series that focused on unsolved crimes, unexplained scientific phenomena, and reunions between long-lost individuals. Stack's distinctive deep voice and poker face added a sense of gravity to the show. He also reprised his role as Eliot Ness in the 1991 television movie The Return of Eliot Ness. Sadly, in 2002 Stack was diagnosed with prostate cancer and underwent radiation treatment. On May 14, 2003, he passed away at his home in Los Angeles due to heart failure. Robert Stack was a film and television personality whose career spanned 6 decades. Despite never being considered a great actor or reaching the height of Hollywood stardom, he was a well-known and appreciated figure in both the film and television industry. After his role as Eliot Ness in The Untouchables, Stack was often typecast in similar roles, but he did not let this limit his career. In fact, he showed good humor by parodying these characterizations in films like 1941 and Airplane. Stack's legacy as a performer and his longevity in the industry speak to his talent and determination. He may have never reached the top of the Hollywood mountain, but he will always be remembered as a legend in the hearts of fans. Rest in peace Robert Stack, goodbye legend.